new that I'm doing today, you feel me? And we gonna be talking about this movie right here, Paradiserecords, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is my first time doing a music review, so y'all bear with me on this, you feel me? First of all, what I'm gonna talk about is him as a rapper. The way I found out about this guy, uh, like I say, man, I didn't have cable growing up, so whenever we was blessed to, you know what I'm saying, come down here sometime during the summer, I'll go to my grandma's. And my grandma had cable. For those who know, when it comes to music, you had BET, you had MTV, you had VH1. But anyway, this guy right here, he was on MTV one time. I seen him. Like, he captivated me when I first seen him. I was like, who the fuck is this? Because of I guess the video that was showing. But anyway, I forgot what the thing was, but they were showing up and coming artists. And he was one of them. Man, I was young. I can't remember how old I was, bro. I had to be like in my teenage, you know what I'm saying? By the time when I seen him, I was still in school. But anyway, I seen this guy, bro. I seen him when I seen his video, like, he was one of those, like, he was one of, like, old school type rapper, like, lyricist rapper, like, nigga, he can make words rhyme, and his song sounded good. But anyway, over the course of the years, um, I got I got to get into his music, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, this dude music, it done got me through during my times when I was down, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like around like 2011, 20, 20, I mean all the way up, bro. Cause I listened to him before I even came. I think I know when I started listening to him. Like I said, I've been listening to him for a long time. Like I said, I guess you consider me a fan because I do follow him. He done had songs with certain artists that was up and coming too, but he's the one that I noticed out of some of them that still kept going, even when he had they blackballed him and shit like that. But anyway, um, him as a rapper, he's pretty good. He done had features with up and coming artists like some of them that you don't hear from him no more. He done had artists with people from Texas, bro, like Texas artists and shit like that. And growing up, I was surprised that he did that because one of his songs they had knocking doors down, showing us around. He rapped on that shit. Then he brought it back in his recent albums. He brought that same beat back, but he changed it up and shit like that. He done had Bun B and all that. But anyway, as a rapper, I'm just gonna say he's pretty good. If you don't know Logic, like I say, I believe y'all should listen to him. Like I say, he's nothing like he's not gonna talk about bullshit like these other artists. He's a lyricist, so he's gonna talk about substance. You know what I'm saying? He has substance in his music, so it's basically music you can come back to every time. I know I had plenty of time. He bring back memories for me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, enough of him as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about him, you know what I'm saying, as a person. Bobby Hall, that's his real name. Uh, Logic is his stage name. But anyway, he has had, like I said, he talk about certain things uh, in this movie, you know what I'm saying, that goes on in his personal life. I noticed while watching this film. But him like we talking about him not as an artist, but as an actor and as a person. His humor is like Adult Swim's humor. So if you guys had, like I said, I didn't have cable growing up, but I did get to see Cartoon Network when it got close to those dark hours. If you have watched Cartoon Network when it get close to like around the time when people like the kids really should be asleep, especially if they go to school, you know that Family Guy will come on, American Dad, it's a whole bunch of Adult Swim shows that come on during those times, bro. And they had that humor, like they had, like I said, if you know Family Guy, you know they got the gay comedy, they got the like the race comedy, they got all that shit, and he's funny, like he's funny by himself. Like if you watch him, like when he advertised some of his albums, just him personally, he's already like he a geeky nerdy dude. He like, you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of rappers that they ain't gonna show, but they'll let you know a little bit if you pay attention to him. Like Snoop Dogg, he really a geeky dude. He a nerdy dude. Like it's a rap. They got rappers that are geeky and nerdy, bro. Like all the rappers I believe that was in them Def Jam game back in the day. Yeah, they one of them too. But anyway. This guy, he's funny, man. His the way his comedy is Adult Swim type of comedy, and that every time I see him, I even said gave him a comment one time. I'm like, bro, you funny, bro. You need to be on Adult Swim. Like you really need to have a show that's on Adult Swim because you got that type of Adult Swim comedy. And when I watched this movie, Paradise Records, when you watch this film, let's talk about him as an actor. To me, you know what I'm saying? It's probably like his. He been acting. He been acting like even when he do his music videos, they act in their videos. You know what I'm saying? He acts. He has been an actor in video games. I believe was it The Last of Us. Logic played one of the henchmen acting. He had his first film, I believe, but he's been in movies too. He's been in like cameos in movies. I can't name them all, but he's been in cameos movie. He had one of his first movies I know he came out with. I didn't get to watch it, but it's like a cartoon called Supermarket, and they was supposed to advertise him. It's supposed to be he dropped the film as while behind it he dropped the album. Should I say he dropped the album and behind it he dropped a film with it, like a little cartoon film, basically like it's like an origin story. But you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some gonna be fabricated just to make it funny. You know how movies do. Then when it comes to like based on a true story, sometimes they don't say they give you true, but sometimes there's lies on it to keep the movie lengthy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he dropped that, and that was another part of time when he's acting. You know what I'm saying? But in this movie, you see him. He's the main character of this film. He also like directs us or whatever his position is. Like he said, this is his idea, so he has some type of control when it comes to his movie. To me, when I watched this movie, it's pretty freaking funny, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, like I say, it has like I say it has that comedy that I spoke about, like be on Adult Swim, like the gay humor, the dark humor, the race humor, like the black and white type of shit, like and also like he plays a different character. If you have been paying attention to Logic when you watch this film, there's a character in this film that he plays. He played him before uh I forgot what music video it was, but he was in a white suit and he had like his like he was like the old like a old like an old guy with white hair. He plays this guy in this film, and when you see him, he's like an Italian mobster type of. But it's his uncle in this movie. He plays his uncle in this movie. Like you see a scene when he comes to the shop and he's talking like la la. He talk like that with a black chick he with. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I also noticed while watching this film, my boy Logic, he he fucks with his people, bro. Like he loves his people, man. He got bro, the people that came up with him, they in this movie with him, like for real, bro. Like when you watch this movie, I noticed his wife made a cameo, his son made a cameo. Uh, like there's this big dude, he makes a cameo that's been rocking with him. I done heard him on songs with him. I think his name Big Lambo or some shit like that. I forgot what his name was. Y'all forgive me, bro. But he's in here, and it's a dude. I think the dude that's his cousin in his game is named Castro. I don't know his real name, but his rapper name is Castro. He plays his cousin in this film, and I believe that's like Logic's best friend in real life. You know what I'm saying? One thing I noticed about this film, it's not just him being the main character. Like his cousin really got some lines. Like he the nigga that be talking. He really like the energetic dude who funny and shit like that. Like cause you see him a lot, you know what I'm saying? They like together. It's like, man, that's my cousin. He run the shop, you know that's my cousin. But there's three people that run the shop. It's him, his cousin, then there's this white girl that run this shop. He considers all of them his family. And in this movie he struggles with trying to keep his shop. At the beginning of the movie, they kind of get into it already with he has troubles and everything. I'm not trying to spoil too much of the movie, but the whole point of the movie, him trying to figure out how can he, you know what I'm saying, keep his shop. You know what I'm saying? Basically, he's broke. He lives in his own shop that he mentioned in the movie. And basically that's what the struggle is. Basically, it's a story revolving around him trying to keep the shop up. But at the same time, it's like your Friday movie. You're gonna see a lot of this movie scenery takes place a lot in his record shop. You know what I'm saying? Just like how you watch Friday, and a lot of that film took place on that porch. That's what this is. Like, this is like a stoner movie. Like, you can get lit and watch this and enjoy it. I'm talking about this bitch had me funny, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This movie is funny to me, bro. I ain't gonna fake. Like, I was just sitting out like just like, cause his comedy is in there, bro. And it's you can tell that Logic actually wrote some of these lines for the, like, you know, he had his creativity all over in this movie. You can tell, bro. Like, there's certain lines certain characters have. You know, that's him. that's, that's him. And then it's like, you know what I'm saying? With what kind of got me about this movie, like, if Logic's one of these guys, he's not a dude that's gonna judge, bro. So one thing, like I said, I've been following him. One of his music video, he had a video. It had a drag queen in it. Like I said, I believe Logic been plotting on this movie because that same drag queen that was in that music video, he was in this movie, and of course, he was in his drag queen. Then he changed back to, like, he was in his feminine boy outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Logic in this film, you can tell that he believes in equality. No matter your color, race, or ethnicity, or whatever, man, he believes in everybody's equal. And in this film, he has that. Like I said, you got messages in this movie if you pay attention to it. Uh, one of his producers, he's not in this movie, but there's a guy that has that's like his skin tone. Uh, for those who watch Spider-Man Homecoming, you may notice him. Dude who played Flash Thompson, basically the dude who always talks shit about Spider-Man in school and shit. But I think the last Spider-Man movie, he became like a fan of him anyway. He's in this film, and he plays the he plays Logic's, like, it's his homie and shit like that, but he plays like the dude where he can get his green from. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a stoner movie, so you know they gonna get lit in this bitch. They gonna get lit. Like I said, you can kind of see that. Like I said, you got black, white, you got different ethnicities in this movie, so you see that type of message. There's also black empowerment in this movie. You see signs that he has hanging up. One sign got me on there on the outside of his shop when he was cleaning his shop. I noticed it says minding my own black owned business. I said, what? I said, what the hell? That had to be Logic who made that. It's a sign that says minding my own black owned business. I found that very clever, and it made sense to anybody who talking shit. They come up to that shop and they see that, yeah, that's some real shit. I found that very cool. Like I said, there's a lot of black empowerment in this movie. Even though his skin tone is white, but like I said, he always has black empowerment, even in when he raps. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and like I said, there's times to where he does make fun to where, since he looks white, when he says nigga and shit like that, it's like kind of, you know what I'm saying? You look at, you like, damn, bro, why you saying that, bro? You like, bro, you white, nigga. Basically, like, when you see him, he white, but when you say nigga, you like. But then he explains, like, I'm mixed, you know what I'm saying? I'm black and white. He tells him that, so it has that type of comedy. Basically, like, shit that he dealt with when growing up, it's in this film. Like, his personal life is in this film. Some of his personal shit is in this film. Like I said, he has cameos. His dad was in this movie. His dad has a role in this movie. It's his dad. His dad plays his dad in this movie. And there's a scene where he's talking shit like that. And like I said, his real life comes to play in this movie. Like, there's real shit in here. It's one scene where the mobsters, like I was telling you, Logic plays his uncle in this movie. And like I said, the uncle comes, he needs money. He's like, I'm in trouble, son, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I forgot how much money he was asking for him. But he has like Italian boy. Like, you would think he like a monster, like he a little pimp or whatever. He had a little black chick with him or whatever. But the mobsters, like I said later on, like, I'm trying my best not to spoil the movie for you. But like I said, these mobsters, they come back one day, and like I said, if you listen to Logic, he talks about his mother in music, and his mother wasn't a good mother to him. There was the scene where they was like, man, fuck your mom, and Logic was like, he didn't even say shit, like, like I said, you gotta understand, Logic had to make these lines in this movie so that when it was a scene where that one of the monsters said that like Logic couldn't even say shit because he like, yeah, fuck her, yeah, fuck her. You know what I'm saying? He kind of like Eminem. When it comes to his mama, he's like, man, yeah, fuck my mom. Basically, he done said it in this movie. They even said when he's talking to his dad, you know what I'm saying? She's like, uh, cause the one was like, you believe in God? Or something. They then was like he was talking about his mama must be with the devil. It was some shit like that. I have to watch the movie, man. But like in this movie, he does have, like I said, his personal life is in this film. But overall, just me watching it, man, it was pretty funny. Juicy J makes a cameo in this movie, of course. Y'all know if you paid attention to Juicy J been in his camp. Wiz Khalifa, his poster, like it's a poster in there, like a tour poster that be in the shop. It's everywhere, like the posters. The posters show you like black movies. Like I noticed, like I'll show you Black Empowerment. There was a movie called The Glorious Five, and I know the newer movie that I seen, it's a cowboy movie. It had Denzel Washington, and it had like the dude who played Star Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy and some other people. But I don't know if this was real. But in the side of the shop they had The Glorious Five, but it was nothing but black people who's the roles of the characters. And I found that interesting. That actually makes me want to go look it up and actually like see if I can watch it. Uh, like I said, overall, the comedy in this movie is funny, bro. It's like I said, it's a stun movie. You can get lit and enjoy it. My score for this movie, I give it an 8 out of 10. I knock it down because of the rainbow shit I seen in this movie, man. I don't really fuck with it. Like uh, I didn't really fuck with it. It was a scene where it was a scene where he was talking about some gay ass shit to his cousin, bro. I didn't really. I was like, I'm like, goddamn Logic. But at the end of the day, it was funny. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of that part was kind of stretched too much. Like he could have really left that left that scene out or came up with something else. I don't really fuck with that shit. But I believe like I said, it's personal. I believe he's been. I don't want to talk about. You have to watch the movie to see what I'm talking about. But I don't know if like sometimes jokes can be the form of the truth, and I believe some truth is in this movie that's about him. And so far, I've noticed, like I said, when it comes to comedy, some of the jokes he tell that there was truth. Because if you pay attention to him, if you follow him, you will know that some realness pops up in this movie. But like I said, I believe if you like Friday or whatever, like I said, if you like hip hop, I believe anybody who like hip hop or whatever, I believe you should check my boy Logic movie out, Paradiserecords. You know what I'm saying? I give it an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it, bro. I'll watch it again. Hell, I'll buy it in the future. It'll be up there with Friday. You know what I'm saying? Just like it'll be up there with Wiz Khalifa and the Snoop Dogg movie. It'll be up there with it. Cause it's one of those type of films, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion. But I didn't want. I'm sorry for this review for going too long. Like I said, this is my first time ever doing one. And I believe, man, y'all go enjoy that, man. It's your boy, folks, and I'm out. Peace.